Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Tariq, and I'm back with a Love is Blind review today. Love is Blind Season 2 UK. The first episode, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell. So every time I upload, you guys are instantly notified. And as you already know, we are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Guys, as you already know, for those that don't know, Love is Blind UK Season 2 has dropped today. Sorry the review's so late. I work during the day, so it's very hard for me to try and get the review out earlier during the week. But on weekends, it's going to be a lot easier. And yeah, without further ado, I don't want to keep you too much of your time. But without further ado, let's just get straight into this review. So it starts off with the host going into the quarters. You know, you have the men and the women quarters. The host, I should really learn their name, but as time goes on, I will get to know their name. And they just basically ask the men and the women, you know, why are you here? What do you gain? What do you want to gain from this, that, and the third? And Amy basically just came out and said, well, we live in a generation where everything is digitalized. So when you see someone in real life, you will think that you can get better. And I do get what she means. It's like, okay, cool. Like, I do get what she means, because imagine like you're swiping on an app and you come across someone's picture and you think, oh my gosh, wow, this person looks beautiful. This person looks amazing. Like, they've got nice body, nice this, nice that. But then, and this has happened to me. You meet the person in real life and it's like, yeah, pictures can actually save some people justice. I'm just keeping it all the way 100. People can say the same about me, but I'm just keeping it all the way 100. It's like, oh, that doesn't mean I'm saying that they're not attractive. I'm just saying it's not giving what it was given in the picture. It kind of does throw a spanner in the works, number one. Number two, it does kind of put you off. Not put you off in like a negative way, where it kind of throws you off in like a way where it's like, you just don't look the same in your pictures. Like, what are you doing to make yourself look like this in your pictures? Is it a camera angle? Are you editing something out? Like, that's when all these questions will come, because people be doing that. People be editing things, photoshopping things to make themselves look a certain type of way. But what they don't understand is that eventually you're going to get rejected either way, because you're lying. You're not being your true, authentic self, because there's someone out there for everybody. Whether people believe that or not, there's actually people out there for you. Katasha, excuse me. I really should have got a bottle of water. The thing is, I was meant to, but I completely forgot. Well, I've got some here. But yeah, Katasha basically said people would judge based on what they see from a picture, but in this experiment, you won't be able to do that. So the whole Love is Blind experience. Could I do Love is Blind? I think it would be a really fun experience. I'll be honest with you. Obviously, to go on there to get married, I would never do something like that. I'm actually, never say never. Never say never. The chances of me doing something like that is very, very low. I just believe I prefer to see the person I'm speaking to and engage in conversation that way. I'm a person, I need to see who I'm talking to. Yes, personality, and this is a whole thing about, does personality overtake looks? Because has there ever been, and you guys can let me know in the comment section, has there ever been a time on Love is Blind, I'm talking mainly from the US one because there's many seasons of that one, has there been a time where people have seen each other when they see each other for the first time and they walk away because they don't like what they see? You guys need to let me know. Demiola says he wants to find his soulmate. I noticed as well, certain cast members, we didn't see them this episode. Maybe, I beg your pardon, maybe in episode 2 we might see more of them. But one thing I did realize from season 8 of Love is Blind USA is normally the people we see in the first episode are the people we're going to continuously see throughout the rest of the season. That's just something I picked up. Probably see episodes 1 and 2. If we don't see your face, that means you're not part of the storyline that they have planned. This is what I've grasped, and people have told me this as well, like for Love is Blind. It's like, certain people you'll see because it fits the narrative, but other castmates it just doesn't. So then it kicks off with Ashleigh and Charlie having a, like a slight conversation, and Ashleigh says that her job inhibits her to build a connection. as she is always traveling. I could imagine being cabin crew must be very hard, especially if you want to settle down with someone. You may need to find a new job. I'm not saying a complete different field, like still probably do something within that field, but it's like, unless you be married 6-7 years deep and then your husband's like, okay, cool, but it's like you cannot be married to someone and constantly traveling. Like, your husband's gonna want to see you. I understand, goals, career, everything like that, I get it, but it's like, if you've come in this place looking for love, I don't know, it's like, me personally, I would never tell anybody, quit your job and do anything for a man. I'm sorry, I never. But what I will say is this: if you're coming in here to get married, remember, marriage is a joint partnership, yeah? You have to put, it's not just you can't just think of yourself anymore, you also have to think about someone else. So it's a matter of, are you willing to sacrifice your cabin crew job for this situation? That's what she has to kind of think to herself. Then next we get Ashleigh and Billy. Ashleigh and Billy were both in the cadets, which is something in common that they have with each other. Ashleigh says that she takes annual leave for Remembrance Day. Ashleigh says that she's been single for over 4 years, and she said the reason for this and the reason why things haven't worked out for her is that she looks for the wrong values in men. Or she looked for the wrong values in men, sorry. Billy disclosed that he was married once 5 years ago, and he says the next time he marries someone is gonna be the last. Like, that's gonna be his forever person. I need to take a sip of, every time, I don't know what it is, but every time I come to do a YouTube video or a review or whatever it is, my throat gets really dry. Like, I really don't understand. Like, my throat actually gets really dry. I believe that them two had a really good conversation. Like, their chat was great. I believe the chemistry was there. They had that initial spark, so I love that for them. Guys, okay, actually I'll say what I'm saying after this point. So Sophie must have asked Yolanda a question, and Yolanda was like, whichever one suits you. That's like I feel like that's a very generic answer to give someone. Like, if someone asks me something, I'm like, whichever one suits you. But then obviously I do kind of get it from Sophie's point, because it's like, I am asking you for your opinion. If I wanted to do it, I would have done it, but I'm asking you for your opinion. So in a way, when I look at it a bit deeper, I do get where Sophie's coming from. But the tone, I don't know if I'm misunderstanding it or what, but I saw the way Yolanda looked at her. I'm like, okay, me and you both clocked it, sis, because the tone was a bit off when she said what she said. It's like, okay, cool, I hear you, because like I said, I actually hear Sophie. Like, if I'm asking someone for their opinion on something, don't then come and throw it back to me and tell me, oh, whichever one I like. If I'm asking you so I could get help to pick which one it is. But then again, it was the tone for me. That's why I was like, oh, okay, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Like, let's reel it in a little bit, yeah? We're not doing that. And I also put on my next note, I can tell I'm not going to like this Sophie girl. I can already tell she's one of those ones. She gets very standoffish. She gets very stuck up. That's what I get from her, personally. Yeah, but I could just tell by her whole energy, I'm not gonna warm to this girl. I can already tell already. She said in her confessional, there's no in between where she's concerned. It's either you're gonna think she's a cow, or you're gonna think she's what else did she say? Or she's sweet. Sophie, I'll be so real with you. Right now, it's giving you a cow. I have to keep it all the way 100. That's not even me being rude. That's not even me being disrespectful. I'm keeping it all the way a buck. Right now, from episode 1, it could change. I'm not saying it cannot change, but right now it's giving moo. Like, that's what it's giving right now. It's giving Moody Margaret for no reason. Maybe I just don't get her. Maybe for someone that understands her and gets her, that's for them. But me personally, I don't understand her. She's treating the dates like it's an interview. Like when you go for a job interview and your potential managers asking you questions. How many days can you do? How many hours can you do? I know they don't really be asking these type of questions, but that's all I can think of. She was literally sitting there. Cats or dogs have more depth to your question. Like, make conversation out of your question, not just cats and dogs. And then when she gave the answer, I think, who was it to? I don't know the person's name because we didn't actually see them have a full conversation. But it was like, it was another one of the black guys with the kind of high top. She must have said, oh, cats, because you have to kind of, something where you have to kind of like, train them to love you or something like that. She said something like that. I can't exactly remember. So then she must have been like, so that is a no-go for me. And then even the guy's face was like, and I said, to be honest, I felt the same way because I don't know what's wrong with her. But then she did end up mentioning that she's aware that she's single because of herself. So at least she's aware. We love a girl that is self-aware. That's what I love. Me personally, I love a woman that is self-aware. So at least she understands that, and she knows how guarded she is because she is literally petrified of being hurt by a man. I understand. On that part, I get it. I truly understand. You open up your heart to someone. You tell someone how you really feel about them, or for it to get thrown back in your face. I hear you. So I get kind of why you're being a bit. I understand. Sophie and Kieran then have a conversation. Sophie says that she's one of 5, and all her siblings are all of her siblings are boys. Kieran was in a 7-year relationship. Guys, these are relationships that are quite long. These are not your 2 months. Like, you're asking her, how long were you seeing that guy, or how long were you seeing that girl? I was only seeing it was like on and off for 3 months. 7 years, that's, I can't remember how old I can't remember how old Kieran is. I can't remember how old he is, but 7 years is a long time. That's too long. To not put no ring on nothing, yeah, she was never your one. Sophie says that her red flag, a red flag for herself is that she doesn't let people in too easily. And I believed from this conversation that their conversation went quite well. Kieran and Megan end up having a conversation. And Kieran says he's got hips that don't lie. Okay, cool. What I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to prove that. You can't be coming on big Netflix saying your hips don't lie and not coming and give you... Cool. I'm not going to do it, obviously. It's not me that said that my hips don't lie, but I want to see a little something, I want to see if them hips really don't lie. Megan doesn't like the fact that Kieran is a gamer. Look, sometimes people's facial expressions and body language speaks louder than their words. The way Megan looked when she asked if he was a bit of a nerd, if he's a gamer, because even when she was like, what do you say, gamer? She was like, oh, you're a gamer. Like, so she has this thing where it's like, oh my god, nerdy type of. But I guess that's how she's feeling. Megan ended by saying that she would only have 1 kid and would want to adopt others. Megan ends up debriefing with Anu in the women's quarter regarding how her conversation went with Kieran. And you can just see the camera, the producers are being messy because they keep panning the camera to Sophie to get her reaction. And Sophie is saying in her confessional that she doesn't want to share any man. I get you. Again, I get you. At the end of the day, it's not even your man, sorry. It's someone you're getting to know. And this is why I was 50-50 with this one. Because I understand, like, you should never be anybody's second best. Like, you should always be someone's main priority. No matter what, you should always be someone's main priority. And I also put why I don't agree with her is because you've come to an experience to get to know everyone. So people are going to get to know people regardless of how you feel about the situation or not. That's just a matter of the fact. Patrick Patrick and Anu end up having a conversation. Patrick is a life coach and uses spirituality to help people. I did kind of cover some of these points in my first impressions of the cast, so if you missed that video, you should it should be either at the end or just type it in on my channel and you guys will be able to watch that. Patrick says that he trusts his instinct within the moment. Me personally, I trust God. Big up you if you do spirituality and all that type of stuff. Big up to you and stuff, but I trust in the Lord Almighty. He guides me and helps me make my decisions on a day-to-day basis. Anu is Christian, and she was asking how would that fit in with his beliefs as she prays at night with her family. And I even said that Anu asking these questions is the correct thing. She's asking all of the right questions. Sarova. So when I did the first impressions video, I was actually struggling, or I did not know how to say her name. So I got the clarification today. Sarova has only dated Indian men, and she said how that hasn't worked. How that hasn't worked out. So now that she's doing this experiment and that she's more open to getting to know men from different backgrounds. That is quite common in the Indian culture. And it's from what I've seen and from what I've heard. Like probably modern day Indians, like the newer generation, like the ones that are like early 30s, late 20s, mid 30s at best, I would say. They're more like modern with the so they don't really stick by certain, where basically they all date within their race, which there's actually nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong, but it's like, whenever I ask an Indian person, or what's your type, they always say Indian. Well, Indians I've interacted with anyway. They always say like Indian, or it has to be someone from like the Patel, or someone from this surname or that surname. So it's like, it's very culture based. I'm not saying it's not built on love or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But they follow their culture religiously. So that's why even Sarova coming on a show like this and dating men outside of her race, it's surprising. It's surprising, but it's intriguing at the same time. Sarova and Kao have a conversation, and Sarova seems like a sweetheart. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like Sarova already. She seems like a sweetheart. Sarova also says that she's a gym girl and Kao is a gym owner. So they could do a little something with that. Kao said that he dated a girl in Dubai, but obviously that didn't work out. I didn't actually need to write that note down. That was quite irrelevant of me. Kao asks Sarova what kind of wife does he see her being. And she said that she's worked so hard that she will want to be present in her kid's life and in the life of her husband as well. Because you do sometimes get like, you know, some of them men will be like, oh, you stay at home wife, you know, you cook, clean, do all that type of stuff. And one of the men tried to go there. I can't remember who it was. It was someone that was brief. I think it was Ross M. He tried to say that to someone. I can't remember who. But he tried to say, I see you more as the wife of, you know, getting dinner ready. So he wants to be traditional in that way. He wants to be traditional, but I feel like people need to get with the times. That traditional stuff is dying out. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like, some people are still living by it, which is, I comment, like, props to you. But that stuff is actually dying out. I'll be so real. Kyle says that he's old school and he would want to be the protector and the provider. They both have quality similarities. And Kyle has really rated her a 10. So Sarova has a high rating from Kyle. So far, so good from those two. Yep, so far so good. I don't really have anything bad to say. Then we move on to Billy and Ashleigh again, and he has this time they're showing his tattoo. Well, Ashleigh asks if he has any tattoos, and he's showing a tattoo of the music line. So you know, like when you read from a choir sheet, or people are playing like instruments and they have the musical lines. He has musical lines on his arm, I think, and basically he quoted it from the song, the Michael Bublé song of I Haven't Met You Yet. So then once he meets the right woman, the idea is to tattoo a name under the arm. I thought that was really cute. I think that's a great storyline to have. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Billy has sealed his deal with that one, because that there, imagine that you getting married at the end and then going afterwards, we find out at the reunion that you actually got the tap. That there would actually be like, okay, cool, like this. That was your perfect love story. I don't care. And I believe they have, like I said, they have really, really good chemistry. Next, we have Kieran and Megan having a conversation. And he asks her how can he give her butterflies. And Megan says a neck kiss. And anyway, let me not spill my tea. A neck kiss, good eye contact. I'm not going to lie to you. I still struggle with eye contact to this day. I have improved, but looking into someone's eyes, to me, and I'm trying to mentally take myself away from that, looking into someone's eyes can be really daunting, and it could be really, like, not terrifying, not creepy, but it's just like, okay, you don't need to stare in my soul, like, blink every now and then or look away. Like, you could talk like how I'm talking and then look away. But people don't want to be doing that. They actually don't want to be doing that. They'll just stare right into your soul, and it's like, calm. Kieran also said that he can feel a lot of sexual tension through the wall, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. Kira and Sophie end up having a conversation, and he asks her the same question regarding how he can give her butterflies, and she replied by saying passion. That's all she said. No explanation, nothing. And it's like, if you know that's how you're going to be for the duration of this season, you might as well leave now, because I'll end up dragging. Because that type of energy, I don't need to be watching that. Respectfully. So if you know you're going to be feeling that type of way, or you're not feeling this experiment like that, go home. Honest to God, go home. Kieran is even telling her he needs more. Like, I would like more. You can't just give me that. Like, I need more. She's asking, why do I need to give more? And this is why I said this girl's going to get on my nerves. Because what do you mean, why does he need to give more? You're getting to know each other. Give him more. Give him a little bit more. You could be shut off. You could be closed down. But you can still give her more. Can't you not? You can still give her more. So I don't understand. I'm not quite correlating what that was supposed to mean, to be honest with you. Sophie's energy, I've spoken about that already. Kieran also said that their conversation felt like a business deal, and I got vibes of like work colleagues. You know, when you sit down with your manager and your manager's going through your criteria or going through your goals or what you need to achieve by the end of it. That's what it's given. She should have came in office attire. That's what she should have actually came in. Then we have Cal and Sarova again. Cal asks how she deals with change, and she says that she actually struggles with change. I'm not gonna lie, changing isn't easy. Whether it's schools, whether it's jobs, whether it's you coming out of a marriage, you getting into a marriage, you move out of your parents. Like, there's all this different change in the world. And me personally, when it comes to guys, you have to bear with me. When it comes to change, you have to bear with me. Like, I'm so tired. Like, I've done a lot today. So please, just bear with me. When it comes to change, I lost my train of thought, you see? Guys, I'm so tired. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to hold it together. That's why I keep pausing this thing. Okay, guys, I had to wake myself up a little bit. I can't lie. I had to wake myself up a little bit. So where was he? And says that she struggles with change. I lost where I was with that. So, okay, cool. Carl nearly lost his brother when he served in the Marines. His brother actually got shot. Guys, just imagine for a second. Some of you might have dealt with this. And if you have, and you come through on the other end, we thank God. If you haven't been so lucky, or a family member or close friend hasn't been so lucky, may they rest in peace. But you see, guys, you see this type of work, this type of army, marine, all these type of, serving for your country, we have to treat it with more respect. I'm included in this conversation, because you see, like, when stuff like Remembrance Day happens and all this type of stuff, I don't pay any mind to it. And I know that sounds bad, and I'm keeping it all the way 100 with you guys. But we have to remember that people are going on the front line and putting their lives on the line for us, to protect us. We don't look at it like that, because we just see it as, people sign up to being part of the army. Who asked them to do that? That's the thing. No one asked them to do this. They choose to do it. They choose to put their life on the line to protect us, because if no one's on the front line, we're effed. So imagine getting a call one day. Sorry guys, I went a bit deep there. Sorry, but y'all already know me. If something's on my mind, I do talk. Imagine being away from your brother and getting a call saying your brother has been shot. Horrific. His older brother or his other brother, I would say. I'm not sure. I can't remember if he's older. His other brother went to rehab. He got himself clean and came out on the other side and found himself a wife. And he's been sober for 2 years. Guys, if he could do it, any one of you can do it that are going through this experience now. You could do it. You'll come out the other side a better person, and you'll be proud of yourself as well, because it doesn't make you stop drinking. It also gives you discipline as well. It gives you hard discipline. Ashleigh and Billy have another conversation, and Ashleigh says that she has developed a deep connection. Billy's dad has had a few injuries and says when you're a kid, he's like his Superman. Sorry, I don't know why the fan wasn't on. Oh god, boy, it's hot. Ashleigh's parents split while she was growing up, and as being like the oldest, she had to basically stand in as the second mom to look after her younger siblings. There's a lot of people out there that have had to do that. And let me tell you now, I can't speak from experience, but from what I've heard, it's not nice, because you have to grow up quicker than you expect. You have to stop being a child. You basically have to stop being a kid, or stop being the age that you are, to help out your mom. And plus, who's not going to want to help out their mother as well? So, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to say it. I don't want to say it, but I have to say it because it's on my mind. I feel like that's a very controversial conversation to be had. Should you make your eldest daughter or your eldest son like a second parent, basically, to help look after child and all this type of thing? And do we think that? What do we think about that? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I promise you, I'm trying to power through this. I'm literally so tired, honestly speaking. Billy says that he's getting cold feet because that she is cabin crew, and he's been with someone who's getting cabin crew before and it didn't work out. So he's getting cold feet, thinking that that's going to be the same thing. He's saying that he doesn't want to live in separate houses, and to be fair, he's got a point, because when you're married, you're not supposed to live in separate houses. You're supposed, everything is your, like, what's yours is that person's, what's that person's is yours, basically. Two becomes one. Patrick and Anu are having a conversation, and she asks us about his childhood. She said how Nigerians are strict and Jamaicans are more freer. I mean, he's happy about his upbringing. Anu's mom was an immigrant, but now she works for the government. Who's your mother? Who's your mother? No, I'm joking. I'm just playing. I am just playing. Kyle and Sarova have another conversation, and she said her parents divorced 8 years ago. She says that what she misses is like the family unit. So for example, during Christmas time, she was saying they will all get together, probably wear matching pajamas, play board games and stuff. All that stuff is sweet, by the way. Like, a lot of you younger kids won't understand. Linking up with your cousins, your aunties and uncles, and playing games on Christmas. You lot are not ready yet. That is what you call family, quality family time. I will never change anything or take away from those moments, because those moments, I feel like that's where you have the most fun. When all your cousins, everyone is there, and you're all playing either Uno, Monopoly, Cluedo. Bro, it makes, and with black people, you know, black people always got add a twist. It just makes it that bit more interesting. Carl's parents also divorced when he was 18, and his dad is Pakistani and Sarova is Indian. Now, for you guys that don't know your history, luckily for me, I have colleagues, and I also have a friend as well that kind of teaches me these things along the way. India and Pakistan, I've heard they don't really get along. They don't tend to get along, is what I've heard, and it's been the same. Maybe now things might be different, but I also heard as well that there's stuff going on over there, which I'm not going to dive into, but that's what I've heard. That's why he had to double check and said, is it cool for me to sit here? And she was like, yes. Probably like I said, modern parents, it's the same with like the Nigerians and like the older generation Nigerians. It depends on the parent. It depends. If you have a modern mom, more leeway. If you have an elder mom, hey, just stay right where you are, honestly speaking. And then they were talking about like their conflict between Indians and Pakistan. Well, to be fair, Carl is half English, and I'm sure they were both born here, so technically they aren't, but I guess with the families, it's all down to if the family accepts. Last but not least, Ashleigh says that she really likes Billy, because this is what she's debriefing to the girls in the women's quarter. Billy says Ashleigh was a clear winner, but now her being cabin crew is really holding him back. He says that his head is all messed up, and Billy goes to tell her something, and that's when the episode ends. I'm not going to lie, I saw the viewing time for episode 2. Why is it over an hour? Why is it an hour? Why are you not making me watch a movie? I already told you, look, 46 minutes for these shows is suffice. It will actually suffice. A whole hour and 6 minutes. Today I was struggling because I'm so tired from like waking up early, praying, going to work, gymming, like, and now I can't eat. I have to wait for my food to come, eat, watch it. Guys, I'm drained. After this is done, I promise you I'm going straight to my bed. Like, I'm actually going straight to my bed. But yeah, with that being said, guys, it's been your boy Tarek. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell on, so every time I upload, you guys are notified. And yeah, did I say we're on the road to I'm also on the road to 10k, 10,000 subscribers. It's been your boy Tarek, and I'll catch you guys in the I'll see you guys tomorrow for episode 2. Oh, and by the way, before I go, no spoilers. I will block you. I ain't even really in the mood to be bantering with people like that. So if you try to spoil it for me, just know you will get blocked. Okay? Right, now I'm signing off. Take care. See you guys tomorrow.